So today I want to talk about a platform called Uprock. You've probably seen it described as a way to make money by sharing your unused internet bandwidth. I mean, it sounds simple, sounds passive, but let's slow this down and actually look at what's going on here. So I'm going to explain what it is, how it works, why it usually doesn't make sense for most people, and what I personally think is a smarter alternative. So Uprock is a platform that pays you for sharing your internet connection. You install their app, keep it running in the background, and supposedly you earn rewards just by being online. The idea is that companies need a residential IP address to collect data, research, or network testing, and you're basically renting out a tiny piece of your connection. Now, on paper, that sounds harmless. In reality, there are some important limitations people don't talk about. So this is how it actually works. Once the app is running, your internet traffic is partially routed through their network. Your device becomes part of a shared pool of IP addresses. Now, what happens here is that you don't control who uses that bandwidth, when it's used, or for what specific purpose. Uprock decides that part. And your payout depends on demand, location, uptime, and how much traffic they choose to route through you. Which brings us to the first big problem, which is problem number one. The earnings are tiny. For most users, the earnings are extremely low. We're talking cents per day for most people. Even in best case scenarios, you're usually looking at a few dollars per month, maybe tens of dollars if you're lucky and live in a high demand region. This is not income you can scale in any meaningful way or live off of. You can't decide to work harder. You can't increase output. You can't optimize it beyond just leaving your device on. So already that fails the basic test of a good income system. And problem number two, you're trading risk for pocket change. Anytime you share your internet connection, you are introducing risk. Even if the company claims they filter usage, you are still trusting a third party, routing through traffic through your IP and relying on their compliance standards. For a few cents or a few dollars, the trade-off simply doesn't make sense to me. You're risking account flags, network issues, or problems you don't even see coming. And again, for very small money. And problem number three, you have no control, no leverage, and no skill. The biggest issue with Uprock isn't even the payout. It's that you're not building anything. You're not learning a skill. You're not creating leverage. You're not owning an asset. The moment you stop running the app, the income stops. There's no upside, no compounding effect, no long-term benefit. You're just renting out a tiny resource and hoping demand stays high. That's not a strategy, that's dependency. And who might this be okay for? Well, to be fair, Uprock makes sense if you're extremely curious, you don't care about earning that much, and you're just experimenting. But if your goal is to actually make money online, this is not it. So my honest verdict is that Uprock is not a scam, but it is not smart, scalable, or worth your time if you're serious about income. It offers low returns, no control, no growth, and unnecessary trade-offs, which is why I personally don't recommend it. Instead of chasing apps that pay cents for passive activity, I think it makes far more sense to focus on systems where you control the process, the income can scale, and you're actually building something long-term. That's why I recommend checking out the link below this video. It's a system that focuses on skills and leverage, not gimmicks that rely on exploiting your internet connection. If you're going to spend time online anyway, you might as well use it to build something that can actually grow. So that's my honest take on Uprock. If you tried it yourself, feel free to share your experience in the comments. And if you want a smarter way to approach making money online, check the link in the description and pinned comment. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.